Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. This is Brett Davis coming to you from the Brett Davis podcast show, of course, from IQ Podcast in Coronado. I'm very honored today to have Joseph Edwards, who's a veteran of the Navy. He's a music writer, and from what I understand, I heard a little bit while I was making my coffee, amazing singer. Thank you for your service, sir. I appreciate that.
Oh, thank you so much for your acknowledgement, Mr. Brett Davis. Definitely had a great experience, doing a little bit of music and serving our country. So I'm honored to be a part of your show this morning. How you doing?
Very good. So, are you still active?
No, I actually left active duty around 2016.
Okay,
My tour ended in, Yokosuka, Japan.
I've been there.
Really?
Yeah, so that's great.
Ah,
Japan's a great place.
it is. It's an awesome place. A lot of great food. To all the sushi lovers,
Yeah,
your options are limitless.
the best.
Agreed. It was pretty tough for me at first. I'm not gonna lie. I want to say 4 months, I despised sushi just because it just wasn't something I could get used to.
I went over there the same way. I was like, I don't know if this is gonna work out. They used to have these things called the box lunch. You ever see the box lunch?
I did not. I did not.
Box lunch was it had like raw everything. It had raw shrimp. It had seaweed.
Oh my
You gotta
gosh.
remember, I'm coming from San Diego in the '80s. I didn't know what a sushi was. I thought it was a dog. And so I get this box lunch, and I'm like, man, I don't know, I don't know if this is gonna work out real well. You got a McDonald's around here, or yeah,
That's
but
even
it
worse.
well, you know what? It is different too, right?
Yeah, it is. And you just have to. You know what helped me get through that experience was accepting the fact that, hey, this is your home now. Like, you need to acknowledge this, because for the longest I was trying to find what I knew. And even going to the 7-Eleven, man, like, I go in there and I grab the closest thing that looked like a bag of cheddar and sour cream ruffles, and I open it, and it was nothing like the picture.
Right, right, it's different flavor.
Absolutely. So
I
you learn and you travel.
you do, and I appreciate your service, and, we're really big on, honoring our vets, so thank you. So tell me, how did
Absolutely.
this, is the singing part of your life and the music writing part of your life, has that always been there? I mean, is that something that it just started very young? How did that work out?
Yeah. So my mother was a singer in a church choir. I'm actually from Enterprise, Alabama. And so, growing up in a small town, it was always church. So she would sing a lot of gospel music. And then my father was a self taught pianist. So naturally, I just kind of gravitated toward music. And I want to say I started singing around the age of 10. And then I started writing around the age of 16. So I actually wrote my first song in the middle of football practice. We were supposed to be we're supposed to be taking a huddle, and I was in the back writing lyrics. So I've been writing since I was 16.
It just kept, most of the time I understand, people that write music, they hear music in their minds. Is that true?
I would say yes. I try to break music down to its most basic layer, which to me, honestly, is poetry. You know, um, I spend a lot of time writing poetry. Not really focused on rhyme schemes, but just trying to um, illustrate an emotion. And
Mhm.
so, to answer your question, I would say yes. It's exactly how it works. You just write and you write, and sometimes it's terrible, sometimes it's amazing.
Well, I think that's with anything, right?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
So, I understand you've got some music that you sing, a track of some type. Can we hear that?
Absolutely. Give me 1 second. Let me know if the quality sounds good on your end, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Is that tattoo something you always wanted? Or were you just dancing inside the moment?
Oh,
I try and focus when you call, but don't nothing really work for me. It's just you in my head. Damn, did
Did I just say that out loud? Yeah. Listen, baby, when I say this, I don't mean no disrespect. But while the world is over there, I'm trying to keep you by my neck. Watching heaven while in hell, I think the city's kind of fine. Bro, that wouldn't let's prepare to get lost in time. Heard somebody say you lost someone and gonna let them know. Ain't no sense in trying to fake it, lose all control. You, girl, you, girl, you, girl. See,
Wow.
I get a feeling for you that no one could understand.
Wow.
Yeah. How did it
Is that
sound on your end?
it sounded phenomenal. I mean, I'm impressed. So you wrote the lyrics, you sing the song. How many of those songs do you have on is there a track that you've got to get that you put out?
So I'm actually in the process of creating a 7-track EP. Um, Anticipating releasing it sometime in July. But to be honest, Brett, I am a perfectionist. A lot of times I have held myself back just because I'm like, you know what, that song is missing something. Maybe you haven't lived that part of your life or heard that story yet to be able to write that. So for myself, it's always about just trying to make sure that what I put out represents me. So yeah, if that makes any sense.
So how old are you now?
I'm 28.
Oh my God. You're just a baby.
Oh, come
28
on,
years
man.
old, you're still a baby.
The military added like 10 years to my life. I feel like I'm 38.
Well, I thought you were gonna say, how the girlfriends added 10 years to your life.
Them too. They can definitely add another 5.
So, here's the thing, all perfectionists, the biggest thing I used to be a perfectionist a long time ago,
Okay.
long time with everything I did, and, I got to a point where I realized that time is short, and it's about getting your thing or whatever it is out there as fast as you can. It'll never be that perfect. There's always gonna be something, and then you get into this thing called, analysis paralysis.
Mm.
You just think about it and think about it, and you never get it. It's like you're not moving, and you just kinda circle it and circle it. You're trying to perfect it. So you have to know the difference between perfecting something and letting go of the fact that it's done and it ain't gonna get any better. And there's always gonna be stuff you could it's like writing a book. I've written a couple of children's books, and we could keep adding and improving on that, but there's a point where you're like, "I just gotta get it done." So I get that, but your music's amazing, and, I like to see there's no reason why you shouldn't, your music's awesome. Just from
Oh,
that
thank you so much.
I
Yeah,
think so do you play, venues? I mean, things are gonna be opening up. Are you gonna be doing, shows?
I'm definitely looking at going to the House of Blues.
San Diego?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I live in San Diego County, so I'm any type of venue or contest. I'm actually even in the process of reaching out to people via social media, seeing who's interested in doing writing sessions. Because I appreciate the acknowledgement of my voice, but to be honest, I just want to be a writer. I just want to write songs. Help people write songs, help people paint their ideas. Because a lot of times people get so focused on writing catchy songs, but for me, I think what gets me going when I'm attacking a song is I like to conceptualize. I like to think of like what's the story? What are we talking about? Like if we're talking about this girl, okay, what's the scenario? Did we lose her? Are we trying to impress her? I like to just draw this story. So and I want to help people do that.
Well, there's a guy comes to mind that was a songwriter and not a bad singer named Babyface.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just phenomenally gifted.
Absolutely. Yeah. He's
And he's not done anything in a while, but I mean, everything he did was just, I mean, he's worked with every artist and just amazing, gift.
golden. Absolutely. Yeah. One of my
So
favorite writers, favorite writers, still to this day, I follow his work is Neo. I've always
yeah,
admired how versatile he was.
uh-huh.
So yeah.
So here's the thing. I mean, why not, you know, are you entering, talent shows at all? I mean, you need to get out there more.
Absolutely. As you said before, with everything opening up, I'm definitely like, you know what? Time is short. Just do it. I recently auditioned for America's Got Talent. Didn't
Uh-huh.
make it.
Why? What
I don't
happened?
know. I guess I didn't have the look, or maybe I had the
Uh,
wrong song selection. I don't know.
You know what? You know, we had here's the thing. I'd love to see that video. Could you send that to us so we can check it out?
Absolutely. I'll send it to
Like, I'll give you my honest opinion what I think. 'Cause we see a lot of talented people. We're gonna be having a talent show in San Diego. We're working on some stuff probably between now and the end of the year. So
okay.
stay in touch with us, please. But
Absolutely. I'll definitely.
there was a girl that we met not too long ago in San Diego, maybe a couple years ago. Real
Mhm.
bluesy, kind of a bluesy type, country bluesy. I don't know. Was it country bluesy, Sarah? What was it? It wasn't rock, right? Real bluesy.
Okay.
And she writes her own, I think she writes her own songs. She plays guitar, she sings, and she went on what show?
America's Got Talent.
Is, is it a
The,
no Idol? Idol. And
okay.
she went on Idol and American Idol. Well, when you say Idol, people know it's what it is. And
Yeah, no, I follow. I follow.
it's like when we say Joseph, people know who he is. I mean, it's just one of those things.
Ah,
So anyway, she didn't do anything she did that day she performed for us. She did something really off the wall that was just not the person we remember seeing in San Diego in Old Town. And we couldn't figure out why she didn't stick with that thing that she had because the thing she had, honestly, that's what really stood out. She changed everything, and of course she didn't even make it. And I wonder had she'd stuck with that thing that made her what she was. I think the thing is nobody uh probably told her, "Hey, this is really good what you're doing. Don't go
don't change
anywhere
it up.
until you make it. Then when you make it, you can start getting a little creative." But because I understand artists get bored and they want to shake it up a little bit and they want to add this and they want to change the sound or a movement or whatever. But can you imagine a certain, and I'm going to use country music because it comes to mind because most of those individuals, they last a long time. They have longevity and their
Absolutely.
audience is very loyal. They stick with them for a while.
Absolutely.
They typically don't change it up too much, but
No, they
that's
don't.
that's country. But the same thing with any music, I think. And you're an expert more than I am, but I love music and I've been following it for years. And so I would love to see you continue to grow in that what you've got because that's a beautiful. What's the name of that song?
It's called Simply Amazing.
And that's a great name for it because it simply is amazing. That's a great
Thank
name.
Thank you. Yeah, yeah. That and kind of to touch on what you were saying, I think in a lot of times in situations where that young lady who was phenomenal ended up going out to audition for the American Idol and changed it up. I think that we let people get in our heads because we think that what makes us unique isn't what society wants. And so we try to alter it to kind of fit this commercialized image or sound. And like it's as you were saying, like if you have enough people telling you, hey, whatever that is, keep doing it. Sometimes you just have to keep doing it because there's always a niche market for that genuine thing about you. So I'm
Sure.
learning that myself.
Do you have so how many songs do you have right now that are you kind of working on? Because you
That
have
are
that
recorded.
it's simply amazing, right?
That's simply amazing. I have, in terms of commercialized quality, I have I want to say 2 songs that are commercial quality, and then I probably have like 4 or 5 that are not as commercial. And then I have a lot of songs that are written. I have quite a few stuck in my head that I haven't even put on paper. So
What's
I'm
your
always
thoughts?
writing.
What's your I mean, you're very I can see you like a lot of types of music, right?
Yes.
Have you ever tried anything with jazz or blues?
I have never tried jazz, but I did write a country song before.
Yeah, because country's really it's very interesting. You can take a lot of things from different types of music and you can always put it in a country, especially if you got a girl leaving a guy for his best friend and the
Oh
doggone
God, that's terrible.
pickup truck with a rifle.
That's terrible.
One way or the other, you're gonna get a country song out of that. I hope I didn't offend anybody because I do love country music, but, I mean, you know what I'm talking about.
I
It's
do.
pretty
I do.
diverse. I mean, just a couple twangs there and a couple guitar playing and a little, kind of a slow,
Yeah.
kind of a crying type of thing, and then you've got a
Oh
country
man, he
song.
said crying.
Got the
Get the
got the
tissue.
hound
Get the
dogs in the
Kleenex.
background howling, and
Oh no, not the hound dogs. I mean, like one thing I can't say about today's times is that music is definitely changing in the sense that all the music is starting to have a little more elements of pop. You know, even country. I mean,
Some of
like,
it, some of it.
yeah, some of it, not all of it. I mean, country
Some
still has
stuff.
its original roots, but like there's a lot of these country singers that are starting to emerge, and it's a little more edgier than the
Right. Oh,
traditional.
no, that's absolutely true. It's not traditional country. Now, here's the thing, and I don't want to offend anybody today. What we're going to talk about, because this is about you, but because I see a lot of creativity, and I see you're very gifted at writing and singing, but I just don't like some of the new music that's out there. I just don't like. Maybe it's more the videos. I don't like the Cardi B type of stuff. It just doesn't do it for me. I mean, I get what she's doing. I know she's got a lot of followers on uh, on the
Social
multimedia.
media.
And I know what's the other one. What's the last one? The other one's name? Something Cadillac.
Cadillac.
Is it the last name? Anyway,
Female.
huh?
Megan the Stallion.
Well,
Okay.
yes. What was the name?
Megan the Stallion.
Megan the Stallion.
Yes,
Not
Megan the
Stallion.
Stallion.
It's the Stallion.
The Stallion or the
I
Stallion.
actually,
I'm not sure.
and I'm going to take some heat for this. I actually think she's better than Cardi B, but I just don't. I'll be honest. I think what you just played for us is way better. Honestly, I really do. I'm not just saying that because you're on the show. I've loved all kinds of music for years. I mean, I got everything. I just don't see their talent. I don't see. Now I know it's expression, which I totally get. I believe free speech and all that other stuff. I don't think.
Absolutely.
I just don't think they're that talented. I think they're personalities. You, to me, have talent.
Thank
I
you.
mean,
Thank you.
it's night and day. I mean, it's you can, I know they got a lot of money backing them and all this other stuff, and I just don't see the value in what they're doing. I really don't. I've talked to other people that are artists, and I have not found them. Maybe it's more of a young thing or a youthful thing than it is
Correct.
anything. I've not found anybody that really thinks they're that great, but but yet they got millions of followers. How do you explain that? I mean,
You
you probably
know,
think they're great, and you probably think they're great too. I don't know, but I just don't think that I don't think they're really giving back anything positive to society that to me is something I would say is going to be around 20, 30 years from now. I think they're going to be forgotten about and gone within a second. The New York minute.
no, I mean, I definitely hear what you're saying. I would say that it goes back to that conversation we were having about an image. You know, every artist has an image to uphold or that they kind of gravitate towards. And once that image is developed by all its development, then that's what they become.
Mhm.
But in respect to Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, they're just representing the culture of hip hop. You know, in its current form, this is what hip hop looks like now. This is, as you pointed out, this is what the youth desires. This is kind of what we as a musical culture want at the moment. Now, in 5 to 10 years, will it be the same? Nobody knows because
But you know,
that
I mean, I read the original hip hop and rap. I thought it had something.
it
I like,
did. It did.
and name some of your artists, some of the original artists. Name some of the ones you liked from the old days. I'll give you an example.
Tupac, Big L,
Yeah,
Gladys Knight, the Pips.
that's cool.
You know,
That's not really considered rap, though.
sorry, I thought we were just talking about great artists.
No,
But yeah,
no.
hip
I'm
hop. Yeah, like
talking hip hop and rap. I mean, name some of your favorite artists, and let's compare to what we're talking about now.
yeah, we're talking about
Tupac.
Wu Tang Clan, Big L, Nas. You know, my father was really big on East Coast hip hop, so like
Oh yeah,
everything up there. You know,
that's really where it
Tribe
came
Called
from.
Quest.
It really came from the East Coast.
Yes, yes, a lot of it did. So that was a big influence on me. So like,
Look at the
but
clothing. There was the clothing, the look, the style. I mean, there was something there, other than talking about body parts being wet and all this other stuff. You know, it's like I don't, you know what I mean. There was something there talking
for
about
substance.
things and substance. I mean, it was talking about real inner city stuff that was going on. It wasn't getting in. I mean, yeah, it had some cuss words in there and some really, but nothing. But I mean, it had it was a good story behind it. There was,
Absolutely, absolutely.
that's my point. It was good. It was very creative. I just don't see that with the current stuff that we're talking about. That's what I'm talking. And it's not an age thing. because talent is talent. See, right now,
Absolutely.
your music's talented. It's good. It's good music. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we need
Thank
to
you.
hear. I mean, you've got a gift. You can hear it in the sound. You can hear it in the lyrics. It's a great name. That's talent.
Thank you,
It's not
brother.
all this other stuff about. I mean, not talking about your body parts being this and
Wet
that.
as you put it.
I hope not. So that'd be a whole different interview because you look like a guy.
No, I'm just yeah, man. It's music is like water, and like it's just constantly changing based off of these containers that it's placed in. And like somebody once told me that, especially as an artist, the moment you die as an artist is when you're no longer able to adapt to that change. Because I mean, music is going to change. It's just natural. And something else that somebody pointed out to me that I had never thought about before. We always talk about these golden eras in hip hop and country and R&B and all these different genres, but we forget that even in those times they had people that were terrible. Like they had we don't hear about it a lot because all we focus on are the goldies, but I'm pretty sure there were periods where they had something that
Um,
was just terrible.
yeah, no, I mean, I know LL Cool J went through his thing when he was young, but that's a talented man, by the way, in a lot of ways.
Absolutely. And
Uh,
businessman.
oh, absolutely, Queen Latifah, the whole thing. I mean, I'm trying to think right now. I'm having a memory lapse. What's the gentleman's name? It's all buffed out now. He started that sound system that really made him a lot of money. He was also part of the
Dr.
original.
Dre?
Yeah, that's talent. Yeah, he
Absolutely.
was pushing the envelope, and they're talking about cops doing this and that and all this other stuff. But you know what? I respected him. I still do. And to me, that's talent. They may disagree with me and think, well, this is the way it is now. And it was like that for us now. I mean, even back then, I mean, they were cool. They looked cool. They were cool. The music was great. And so I look forward to seeing more music. And I think there's a general consensus that'll agree with me on this. More people doing music like you're doing, which is beautiful music. And I see it. We need music right now to bring people together, at least make us think and bring us together. And right now, the youth more than ever need to have good, positive, real music that
Absolutely.
really brings everybody together. Because right now, this generation is a little lost because of COVID, and a lot of them are really depressed and angry because
Absolutely.
because they've been shut down. And so, music right now, like it always has been, is very healing and it inspires. So I hope we can see that happen with the new generation of music. And I believe in artistry. I just don't. Sarah's trying to tell me something. Oh yeah, she's talking. We were talking about basically this whole thing came from watching. And I don't watch award shows a lot because to me they're boring as you know what.
I haven't
But
watched one in years.
yeah, no. So I happened to turn into the Grammys the other night because I had like 10 minutes to sit down, which you don't do that very often. I watched 10 minutes of it and I'm like, it was trash. It wasn't even. I mean, it was just like
That's what I was told. I was told everybody was kind of just crying and
it was trashy.
having a little
It
fit.
wasn't even good. It wasn't even. I mean, I'll tell you what. I'd pay hard money to watch you perform any day. I can already tell. I can just see
Thank
it.
you.
I would, and I want people to know more about what you're doing. But I mean, I wanted your take on this because you're in the trenches. You're writing. Your music's great, and I think there's going to be big things coming your way. Matter of fact, I'll
Thank
tell you what. On a segue on ending the note, is there anything you want to tell anybody out there? And then I want you to play that song one more time, and then we'll look forward to meeting you sometime.
Absolutely. So yeah, so as I said, I'm a writer local to San Diego area. You can definitely follow me on my social media. My Instagram is going to be Oliver, that's Oliver, Dwi, that's DWI, music at gmail.com, or just Oliver Dwi Music. And yeah, we'll just link up. And, as Brett was saying, let's try to make some quality music and help heal the world.
Appreciate it, man. Play that song one more time. And you said what was the website?
Yeah, so the Instagram is going to be Oliver, that's Oliver, Dwi, DWI, and then the word music. And you can just follow me on Instagram. As I said, I will be trying to put something out, a little 7-track EP around July.
Awesome. Joseph Edward, appreciate you. And I'd love to hear that song one more time. And you take care. And then we're going to Stay in touch.
Absolutely, brother.
Is that tattoo something you always wanted? Or were you just dancing inside the moment? I try and focus when you call, but don't nothing really work for me. It's just you in my head. Damn, did I just say that out loud? Listen, baby, when I say this, I don't mean no disrespect, but why the world is over there, I'm trying to keep you by my neck. Watching heaven while the hell, I think the city's kind of fine, bro. That wouldn't let's prepare to get lost in time. Heard somebody say you love someone and gonna let them know. Ain't no sense in trying to fake it, lose all control. You, girl, you, girl, you, girl. See, I get a feeling for you that no one could understand. That's that what you mean. And I ain't perfect, but I know special. And I say this, girl, so well worth it. Give me your hand and I'ma tell you every single time. Simply amazing. You ever thought of leaving California? Maybe somewhere slower like Alabama. Look how the sun brings out your eyes. Okay, I guess I know exactly what I'm doing. You can't blame a man for persistence. Good God, you're killing me. Look how you wear that dress, long legs and palm trees. You're all I need. Can't quite put you down. Just know the feeling's new. Tell me what to do. When I get a feeling for you that no one could understand. Listen, where you man? Where you man? I ain't perfect, I know special. And I say this, girl, so well worth it. Give me your hand and I'ma tell you every single time. Oh.
I don't want to play too much.
You know that feeds the soul. That music just it feeds the soul. It feels good to hear it. I mean, thank you for performing and playing that music for us, and thank you for talking with us. And again, Joseph Edwards, I see great things for you, and keep writing that music. Don't get
Thank you
into
so much, Brett.
don't get into analysis paralysis.
You know what? That word is stuck in my head now. The moment you said it, I was like, dang.
We'll keep circling it, man. Just you got to let it go because there's always going to be stuff you can add. And your music's beautiful and great. I look forward to meeting you in person. And again, you take care. Thanks for being on the Brett Davis podcast.
All right, brother. Take care as well. If I see you in person, we'll have a beer.
I look forward to it. Maybe two.
I like your style, man.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks very much to Joseph Edwards. I appreciate you being on my show. You're an amazing guy. Great artist. I see big things. Again, my sponsors, because without them, we wouldn't be here. Thank you to Attorney King, who are going to be doing the Academia Awards for the teachers. Thank you very much, King, for what you do. Indian Motorcycle of San Diego. Tim Broadhead, thank you for everything that you continue to do in our partnership. And I'd like to also thank Sequan Casino and Resort, and also for helping us with our Teachers Academia Award, and Cody Martinez. Of course, also the gym and George Jackson for helping us with our law enforcement person of the month, which we need to really start picking up because there's just a lot of stuff opening up and it's time to celebrate our everyday heroes. And last but not least, IB Fitness. And Marina Teal, thank you for what you do. And she's on the issue this month of Beyond the Bridge. So if you get a chance, check out Beyond the Bridge. It's our latest newspaper that we're involved with in Coronado. Again, everybody have a great day and stay positive. Let's be nice to each other and bring out the best. Everybody take care.